Good morning, Relja.
Good morning, good morning.
So, looking forward to today's podcast.
Yeah, thanks for the invitation.
Nah, this is just the changing of the guard as I see it.
Yeah, for sure it is.
Yes, so I bet many people have been asking, where has the podcast been? It suddenly stopped after episode 4, and many viewers like myself quite disappointed in the fact that it stopped.
Yeah, well, a lot of things happened. First and first of all, I got banned
Oh,
because of server crashing. So let me give some context behind it. So, uh, like one day, the server was getting crashed constantly for 8 hours, and I couldn't get anything done that day. So the next day, I decided to crash the server myself. How did I manage to crash the server? Storm posted by himself in announcements how to do it. So it wasn't like I broke the game or used anything external. It was just a stupid command in in-game chat which caused the server to crash.
so
So I
is
crashed the server around 30 or 40 times in like 30 minutes and Storm perma-banned me from there.
damn. So is this post about how to crash the game still up?
Yeah, the Crash the Game is still up, and I was the only guy who got banned. No other Russian player got banned, so it was only me.
So it was only Russian players that were using this.
Yeah, because they were getting in 5v5s, and basically, if they lose, and some guy, let's say, loses a Jareed or loses a horse armor or something, they would crash the server, and the battle wouldn't be like it never happened. It
Hmm.
didn't exist.
Hmm. That's truly upsetting to say the least. And has Storm banned anyone else because of it?
No, well, they made a post, and so they said, okay, people who crash the server will get permanently banned, and they will also get banned from our Discord server as well. And if I mean they would get banned from their Discord if they unban appealed. So I unban appealed like 7 months ago, and I'm still on the Discord server, and nobody even like noticed my unban appeal or anything. So yeah.
Hmm. So you've been banned from the game. Do you
Yep.
think you'll ever get unbanned?
Well, by the looks of things, how is it going? I don't think I'm gonna get unbanned at this point.
Oh, that's truly disheartening to hear.
Like the state of the game now, Storm has a lot of work, and he's not really paying mind to people who are getting banned. The issue here is Moonlight also has a lot of work IRL, so she doesn't have even time to respond to all of the unbanned appeals, even though there is like maybe 10 of them as I've counted. So I think the best fix for this would be just to get another community manager so Moonlight can have more help, so more people can get their answers and not be left in the shadows like me for 7 months, not knowing if they're gonna unban me or not. I just wanted an answer, honestly. Not even like I don't have to get unbanned. I just want to get like noticed a bit. That's pretty much it.
So seeing how you've been banned, and nobody's really done anything. What are your thoughts about other cheaters in the mod? Because I am aware that you sent me quite a few screenshots that you wanted to show people, and we have 4 just here, and these are from this month. Is that correct?
Yeah, these are from this month. Like, these are all the people who were cheating on some other accounts, and these are probably their other accounts which got banned because they were connected to the same IP address or same Steam account from where they got banned.
Interesting. So, is it true then that there are other people who cheat far more frequently, get banned, and just make a new account?
Like, you have to you have to have in mind like not all of these people are cheaters. They are Some of them might be arm tiers, which is not really cheating; it's just trading money. But a lot of them are actually cheaters who used exploits and like modification of weapons, etc. in the game. So yeah, they're those people are cheating and they are constantly making new accounts since it's easy and just doing it on repeat.
What do you think motivates them to keep coming back from being banned?
Hmm, I don't think there is like, since we all know there is a thing you can do on your client side to change your game files, so you can change your statistics. So if you get banned um and you get another version of the game on another Steam, you can go into your like client files and you can change the statistic of your riding, your pole arm, your leadership, whatever. So people just do that constantly and they don't get punished because they have to get caught, and people don't really pay attention, or the higher ups don't really see them that they are changing their stats, so they're not getting banned.
Well,
But
yeah.
it's not really a hassle for them to do it over and over again.
So, why don't moderators take a step up then and try and clamp down on this, seeing how busy Moonlight is and Storm?
Well, if you ask me, in my opinion, I think the moderators are really, how can I say, underprivileged. I feel like they should have more higher power, like more administrative powers to check. Maybe to check console logs or like uh, just have something else. Like they they need more resources to work with. I think they're very limited as they are now. So if they get something more, like to check for certain player this and that in the console, like when they made the account, how fast they got the skills and all, I think it would be much nicer for them and they could work more effectively.
Why, yes, because there was that recent incident with the character known as Saitama, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Who was apparently killing stuff with 500 damage, even if he was standing still.
yeah, the One Punch Man incident. So the guy went into desert, if I'm not mistaken, and just started attacking the desert bosses. And he just presses left click once and kills everything on the field. Even though he's naked and doesn't have any skill or any stats whatsoever, that's hardcore cheating right there.
Mm. So, do you think do you think Storm is going to be taking serious action against these cheaters anytime soon, or?
Well, since Storm is very busy, I don't think he has the time to do it. So, like I said, I feel like we need more higher ups to be recruited for the mod, so it can be more effectively done, and actually somebody to be on the mod playing to see what's going on like all the time. So somebody who is in the bubble of the mod. So like I understand Moonlight, but she's not really playing the game, and she really doesn't understand it that much. Like about the whole cheating and RMT scene, she just bans them. We need somebody who is gonna be there and who's gonna understand. Ah, they're doing this and that, and they can act instantly.
Hmm. So, seeing how, right, we do have two pretty major updates coming out. We have the rework to clans coming out some point this summer, and then castles finally coming out in the winter. Do you think the mod will get any better, or do you think it will just get worse?
Well, uh, player count wise, it's gonna get amazing. Storm is gonna get a bunch of new players, a bunch more Patreon buyers, which is good for him, as it should. But as of now, since Moonlight is not really here, and she's coming from time to time, I think it's gonna be a hellhole, and I think Storm needs more help.
Hmm. Do you think cheaters will have a big impact on this? because when I was just looking through drama a few days ago, I found these screenshots here. One of which was posted by a clan leader called Alsafa, and the other screenshots were posted by someone else who had details of showing an account being sold.
Well, moderators are surely gonna have a lot of work when castles come, because if the player count rises, the more people are gonna cheat, and the more people are gonna want to sell multiple accounts. But like, if you don't know which account is getting sold, you cannot really do anything about it if you don't know it. So we need a way to find out, like, this account hasn't been used and this and that. Like, it started playing this time, but that's kind of hard to check out which account is bought or not, if it's like, if it wasn't used by the actual player who is leveling that account and buying and selling it.
Mm. But yet, people here are posting DMs in drama, which is something else that is technically bannable by the community. And
Yeah.
these DMs sort of do show people selling accounts, selling items, and even selling in-game money for real-life money, which does go against the rules. Yet, they're not getting banned permanently, are they?
Even if they get permanently banned, how the mod works, since it's an unofficial mod, even if your Steam account gets banned, your IP address is not. So you can just buy another Steam account and you can play it again. So basically, there is no real permanent ban. Like, for example, me, when I got permanently banned, I could still play on NA servers and all the other servers, just not the European one, which I don't know why is it like that. I feel like if you get permanently banned, you should be banned from every server too. But like, if you ask me, I don't think there is a way to fix people getting permanently banned. It's just like um it's a way like to stop them from using that character, let's say.
But, and this is just hypothetically speaking here, why wouldn't I just buy a new account in that case? Let's say I have been banned on one account, then I can either go and just buy another. It really kind of makes moderation just feel meaningless, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, and you can literally do that if you wanted to. I don't know, where would you find somebody selling the account? I haven't gone in that direction because I'm not really sure where is the whole BO marketplace, the whole RMT scene. I'm not really sure. But you could definitely just do that. Like, you could go out right now, cheat, get permanently banned, and buy a new account. It's easy as that.
Hmm.
And it would be great if Storm could find a way around this, but he's not been focusing on this. He's been more focusing on gaming castles after 2 to 3 years of saying he will add them. So yeah, he's not really focusing on the cheater scene as much.
But you feel as if, and this is my interpretation of this conversation, that you were only like when you were crashing the server, that was more out of frustration at the fact that there were already people already crashing the server, and yet nothing happened. In fact,
Yeah,
you even sent me some interesting screenshots here from the Russian chat in BO where we have this person here called Inside who is responding to messages from Storm, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
but they were deleted. Yeah.
Why did Storm delete them?
So basically, the day before I got banned, Storm gave a warning in the Russian channel on a Banlord online server. He told the Russians, don't crash the server. The next day, I will be banning everyone who crashes the server. And and that was the day. So, as I said on the start of the podcast, the server was getting crashed 8 hours that day. And the other day, I started crashing the server myself. So he gave them a warning that day when they stopped crashing the server after 8 hours. And because it was in the Russian channel, and I don't really, I know how to read some Russian, but I'm not reading Russian because I'm not Russian, and I wasn't in the Russian channel, so I didn't get the warning myself. I got banned, and it was only me, because I was the only one crashing the server that day, but he didn't count anyone who was crashing it before that.
That is truly strange in the fact that you only announced it in the Russian channel and in no other
Yep.
channels. And you also sent me the translation of the original screenshots. Alas, we don't have the original screenshots, but these are the
Yeah, we
best.
don't really have the original ones, but we have like what was happening on, and we got some translation from some Russian players what they said about Storm.
Mm. I find the last one quite interesting because this one does seem to be from Storm himself, and it does match your story, where it does say the perpetrators will be punished from this day forward.
That is Storm message. That is
So that.
that is 100% his message. The bottom one.
Hmm. Yet, for whatever reason, Storm thought it was okay to let these people slide because obviously he gave them a warning, and yet he didn't bother announcing it to anyone else, and obviously that's what caused you to be banned.
Yeah, I feel like even though I did a bad thing and it's really bad, and I stopped people for playing, for a certain period of time, I feel like I should have gotten a warning as well, or maybe a slightly less ban, maybe a year or something like that. But I don't, since I never did anything like wrong, never got muted, except this instance right here where I got permanently banned. I feel like a permanent ban is way too harsh on my side, if you ask me.
I do admit it was a shame when you decided to start crashing the server because you felt as if, and we kinda all did, nobody was taking any action against it.
Yeah, that's why I did it out of revolt.
Hmm.
Nobody was doing anything about it, and I was like, I'm just gonna crash the server now because nobody is doing anything. And after I did that, everyone stopped for a long period of time. They stopped crashing the server.
If
Nobody crashed the server, and we got 2 weeks of double XP.
pardon,
Yeah, since everyone, quote unquote, was crashing the server, we got double XP. But I was the only guy who was banned, so I take all the credit myself.
so hmm, that's. I know I shouldn't be taking sides, but that just seems rather backwards to me. Because you have a bunch of people in the community who are habitually crashing the server whenever they lost a fight. And when you did it, because you felt angry, Storm decided not only to just ban you permanently and refuse to listen to your requests, but cover up his own mistakes by giving you one double XP.
For 2 weeks, yeah.
Hmm. Oh boy.
That's pretty much what happened.
Hmm. Well, hopefully he's learned from his lesson and you get unbanned soon. Because I don't.
Well, I didn't really have to get unbanned. Like, I just want to get an answer. I don't want to be kept in the dark like this for like 7 months because I've been watching what people do. Like, I'm still technically here. I'm just not doing anything. So I'm just reading what people are doing, what drama is going on. So I've been connected. Like, I've been reading the drama channel. I've been reading the announcements. Since they didn't ban me from the original Bannerlord Online Discord, I don't know why, even though they clearly said in the announcement that they're gonna ban everyone who did crash and everyone who ban appealed,
Hmm.
but that never happened.
Wow, I really don't know what to say, frankly. But to slightly change the topic, despite you being banned, you did mention like you're still reading the chats and that. What's
Yeah.
bringing you back to the mod? If Storm is just covering up his own tracks here, there's surely some reason that you're deciding to stick around and talk to me about your story.
Well, personally, the community I was in, the Sturgian Alliance, I really like those guys. I really enjoyed my time there playing. And I joined like hearing everyone's story when I started doing the podcast actually. So from reading the drama channel, what's going on, who is fighting, who is not, who is cheating, who is trash talking this person or that person. I really enjoyed like seeing everything like happen by itself. So that's why it like interests me to read the drama channel on like to see what's going on. Still to this day, even though I cannot play.
I admit, and I shouldn't be taking a side here, I too was incredibly disappointed to hear that the podcast had stopped. I thought it was a wonderful project because it was bringing a lot of people together to talk about the mod and give new views to, many people who are sort of thinking about joining Bannerlord Online. Because, as we both probably know, it's not the easiest game, is it? There's a lot of grinding to it, there's a lot of tribalism and factionalism, but at the end of the day, it's single player online.
Yep.
So, do you have any words for advice for people looking to start on Bannerlord Online for the first time? Because I've heard a lot from like sort of new players when I talk to them that are just constantly confused and perplexed about what to do and where to go.
Yeah, so on that part, so when I started playing the mod like 2 years ago, um, I was like playing Bannerlord single player, the campaign. I really like the campaign, the fact that you can take over any city or castle or raid a village, whichever you wanted to do. So that really interests me in the actual game itself. So I googled uh, trying to find like a multiplayer game like the Bannerlord single player, and I stumbled upon Bannerlord Online. And I joined there, and my expectations were not met definitely, since like 2 years ago there was not much you can do, I guess. Like there wasn't a lot of stuff. I don't know what they added in meanwhile. They added a lot, but like I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna go and capture a city, but that was never the deal here. So if you play BO, I wouldn't get your hopes up. Maybe you should expect a little bit from the castles, but never get your hopes up, since it's never gonna be the way you think it's going to be, actually. For the new players, I would suggest that you should definitely give it a try for the mod. It's really grindy, like to get your 200 riding, 200 polearm, 200 leadership. It's really grindy, and it takes a lot of time, also a lot of money to get all the gear you need, all the companions you need, all the troops you need. But the PvP scene, in my eyes, is amazing. I really liked PvPing back in the day. Like, even though I wasn't really that good, like fighting other players and seeing what they can do and having some tactics to your fight, to your squad, having teamwork included. I think it was a very nice thing. So I would definitely recommend trying 5v5s, trying to fight any player, let's say, because it's really the most interesting part about the game, if you ask me. Because I wasn't really a PvE player just to grind looters or grind my daily quests. I wasn't that type of player. I just wanted to fight because that seemed most fun for me. So, and I would suggest to everyone to do the same, to try to give it a shot, even though it takes a lot of time to farm everything. I feel like you should uh, try a bit, like go to the desert, try to raid the desert, uh, go do your hidden dungeons. Like there is some stuff you can do and it's fun. But also, like Storm announced that the castles are gonna come, so I hope people will really be excited for Castle, since it was promised 2 years ago and it's coming this year finally. Um, so yeah, I would definitely give the mod a try. I wouldn't have much expectations from it, definitely, but still, I feel like it's fun to play. That's pretty much it.
Hmm. Why, thank you for your time today, Relja. I
No
greatly
problem.
appreciate it.
Thanks for the invitation, and I hope the podcast serves you well.
Well, I mean, I have grand expectations to live up to from your time managing it, and I hope I do a good enough job.
Yeah, you will. You will.